I show the wind and the way I be swinging for the arraignment to get me less detained when I was saying it 3 times back when I was playing around on the playground to get me saying things you might not knew less than when I contest when I was over in the section while you were swinging with the other kids. I was digging like a retard, the hardest sergeant with my arm in the ground, going the hardest, while girls were looking over my shoulder like the step put of Magnolia when I was blowing smoke clouds that I was riding like chariots to inherit the world and the scary kids to get me standing worried and more or less the king of the darkness. I go retarded like the hardest sergeant of the back of me going Smith and West when I dapped the chest was shaking and splattered disaster. My rolling the mixed master artist to feel the clash up when my winds was blowing and feeling the notions of the spokesman when I roll open to show the devoted notions that was the mighty, the only one, the transistor, the blister, the hiccup, to get up back off the pickup, to get me spun out and gone off of dick suck, to get me wind, to slurp up the waste, cause my taste since birth I was amazed and felt blazed that I was sitting on the actions like a tadpole with legs to get me shaking and beating the feds, cause more or less I was breaking your head and bending in the section from the detection that I was standing there, a blessing, a miracle in my eyes, my mother, if I was less than a problem that you saw out in the open with me doing nothing. So I was swinging and hitting buttons and watching my screens fall from the roof when I was beating the truth and buttons everywhere when I was in the coop, rolling and spinning and running, because I was gunning and running for people who was loving when I bust. McLovin his jaw. The fucking Dangerfield was standing at me looking crazy when I was facing the station at the high school. Cause more or less cool, you're wondering what I was doing when I was standing the leader, the coolest, the foolishest of all the seekers when I was back drawing things with my beaker. When though I see things that I was seeking when I was cocked out like a revolver on my index fingers was spinning like bazookas, like a helicopter propeller, the medulla, the Kilroy, the West End, the Himalaya Savior, the back got me dancing like the Macarena, like Hitler was doing the Macarena on the back of the mandolin on the balcony when I was slaying skin off of a dead wren like a chameleon was walking the earth. Vanilla toast, vanilla scotch, hot brandy on the back of your head when I landed. When I was balling since day one, me and Paul was doing it at Wally World because I was swirling around the station with me doing raps and hitting your head more harder than creation when I was blazing the things that you were saying back when I was swinging, though I see into your eyes when I was harder than the sky, when it was broken and open, show me that I could fly. Though I see my surmise when I was a little kid and born into the things that I knew when I was open to the ways that you were showing me when I was going through the waste, when I was slurping the things from the taste get me puking. I say, yo, the medulla, the ruler, the transistor, the mister, to get more tie whistles swinging back like a bazooka or a 9-inch pistol to get me revolving and twisting around my indexes like the West coming down like Kilroy, the best contestant. The rest is nothing less than over. I'm a soldier, Magnolia, hitting the things with the roller back, twirling like I'm a worker, like defurbished low to the earth like a dwarf. But I was born to scorch you with the torched hand of a Porsche like Hot Wheels. I'll spin fire like Scotch deals out of Franco's crotch kills. I'm back from less than the master. The things that got you doing disaster, like the penny plaster. Back from the Archer Lee. I'm hitting quicker than Master Art from the Sart. And like the hardest, standing worried and devoured, standing scurried and soured back the hardest trap to get me rapping when I was sapped. Loads when I tap. Sweetness for the beat from the end is deceased quick from the skin when I eat quick, cause I was rolling higher than a soldier they told me to stop dropping them motherfuckers like a retard, like Rory, cause I was looking up to my mama and could see the trauma in the eyes of the people who love since life like flies who were taken off like a bear crawl from my homegirls. Barry Ben Holly in the top of the roof of the door when I was scaring people. Yo, I say that you ain't noticed people was coming from the heart like the sergeant when I cracked heads and helmets on the field when you was going and slashing gills. I took quills down my gills like I was a killer straight. The thriller is going like a murderer back on a deferment, the soldier from the only things that I know that I'm spoken and wreck hoes on a slow jam like I was playing Swisher House with some toe jam while you was looking at me kind of stupid when I was holding nothing less than the plan with the people showing that I was answering to no one less than dancing in the street life with the twinkling in my mom's eyes, though I gave her the spark to look at me through the heart when I blaze up the door and wreck up the sword, though I feel like I was dicing with machetes to chop the greens off my pizza and get the disease quick off of the noose when I was swinging from it. The beat and the mandolin was hard like the scandal, though when I handled you it was raw like a piece of meat when you handed it to me. I could see that the things you see was known that you was in a dream back when the scheme was black and game and you couldn't attack the pain when you was more or less way back in the day. Boy, I swang off killer bang that got me arranged like the game when I was a game hand back with me clucking and cacking people from the skin. Yo, this ain't nothing to hit it from the heart of a hustler to get it when you said that Wallace was gonna do it one day, and I said, yeah, Dad, I want to make you proud. I'm a hustler, and you know I'll be making the rounds, and I'll be laying the track like the fats off of a jack when I was cracked back and eating off of my ass like a bend of a hat wind, cause I was starving from the skin to pin the wind when I was eating men through people I spin and see things when I grin to open me mind notions from those joke that like a tempo was shooting from the foundation, a toaster, roast, a clack with my finger on the crate when I was bringing the bird back and flip-flops when you hate. I said, I ain't fear no opposition when I stand worried with my things handling and beat the scandal from the Randall when I put it in your refrigerator. I'm feeling the tasing the vapors coming from smoke from the earth. I said already rallied because the fog was swarming. So I was beating hard from the core, man, from the source of a Porsche when I was taking off course into the realm and following the lines on the map to hit your ass and say, yo, I think we're there. He said, I don't know what you're talking about, man, but boy, I love you too. I said, already, boy, we swinging a bang and getting nothing less than a propeller to get me walking across clear water on the realms of bare feet. I lay in the heat in the back like a heater to get dismissed from the seeker, because the spin in the host man was the speaker. So I was looking at your foolish ass, though I was beaten and seasoned through the mind of the meat when I was eating, because I knew that the sweet man on the beat was chosen sweetly, because I was open to see you when you saw me back when I was open and cut